To an April date in 1913.
Okay.
And all the strikers who were the charge
Arrested
was
that day.
unlawful assembly.
Yeah.
Their names, their occupations, their ages, and their nationalities listed.
Oh wow.
So it actually is quite moving.
Yeah,
These people had that.
Yeah.
And maybe it didn't really talk about it that much after the strike, but it made such a difference. You know, in time we have labor laws thanks to all these people, many who were immigrants, who were, you know, just here for a better life.
Right, right.
Not for the fame
Well,
and the notoriety.
The impact was felt, but because they were first back to work, I think, after such incredible sacrifice.
Yeah,
they didn't, you know, get the immediate gains, but but the building of organization and you know, consciousness and stuff, that was, you know, certainly pushed forward. But
and the young women who looked at Elizabeth Gurley Flynn as a role model.
Yeah.
They would never go back to their workplaces or their everyday lives the same again.
Right, and she was only 22.
So, it was the time of women's suffrage.
And she went on to be a leader, so that was, that was good.
Yeah.
So I'm glad. So do you work here? Or what do you do
yes,
here?
I'm employed here 25 hours a week, and I give tours here to school groups and others, you know.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear the school's comments. Because, I was just saying that here's this, you know, resource, and then you go over to the Paterson Museum, and there's not even a little flyer there. It'd be nice if you had a postcard saying how do you get here, or something that people.
We have to.
Because I was saying when you Google Paterson, right away the strike comes up, but you know, but we just headed to the we wanted to see the falls anyway, so we went to the museum and we were like, oh, we're going to go hear about the strike, and then there's like nothing, even one picture.
A display of the workplaces.
Yeah, I mean that was
the dye
interesting.
box and the looms.
Yeah, I enjoyed seeing all that. All the looms.
Yeah. Well, there is now a Great Falls National Historic Park. There was actually someone here yesterday working on, what do they call it? Mill Mile. They're going to create a walking tour as part of it. So things could change.
Right.
The balcony.
Yeah, I want to see that. Yeah. Tried to imagine what it was like. And there was this huge field, no trees. Right. And it was funny when we were driving over from Paterson to here, we said, well, this is too far for them to walk. How did they get here? And then it was like the thing about the trolley, you know? So it's like, how did they get over here in 1913?
And they would come to Haledon for Sunday recreation.
Yeah.
So it was a familiar place to go.
Right. That was like, how do you get 20,000 people over here from Paterson?
Some of the neighborhoods are close enough. We could walk from here to, there's a catering facility called Brownstone, which is in Paterson. 4, 5, 6 blocks.
It's not that far. Oh, okay.
You could walk it if you lived in a neighborhood. Sort of on the border. Paterson and Haledon. But once you got to Haledon, you were in a borough which had one policeman on a bicycle.
Well, that was the other thing. It was like, you know,
mayor who was elected on the Socialist
well,
Party.
that's the thing too, because we were saying, well, what about the police? And you know, I said, well, maybe it has a different jurisdiction here, and that's why they came here. And it was like a socialist mayor, you know. So they were protected a little.
Safe moving place.
Right.
After the strike, the mayor of Haledon was taken to court in Paterson, and they tried to charge him with something like malfeasance of duty. They were so angry.
Wow. They weren't able to do it?
No.
I mean, what kind of jurisdiction would they have to do that? They didn't have any, you know.
They were just angry.
Wow. Well, that's cool. Thank you.
This is where Elizabeth Gurley Flynn spoke.
Yeah.
Yes, so what do you think she said from this balcony? Workers of the world unite, you have nothing to lose but your chains.
Very brave woman to be fun. You having fun?
I am.
I was thinking of getting a t-shirt, but they're all large or extra large.
Yes, they are.
So he had a little bit of money.
He had some money they saved, and they did borrow, but it was savings and borrowed money that allowed him to and it was designed to move into a tenement house because over the central hall were rooms that you could rent to mourners. It was very well suited. He made about 15 hours a week. Around the time of the strike, 55-hour work week.
Wow.
He's a skilled worker.
Wow. Well, that's why they all had to work, plus have
Yeah.
orders and everything else.
Exactly.
And sell dinners and...
Yeah. Anyway, they could earn a little extra money or save money.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging on a nail by the sink is a soap saver. These are pieces of soap.
Oh.
Instead of throwing them away,
Okay.
they would be used to suds up the water, the dishwater, so you wouldn't throw away anything.
Right. You remind anybody of anybody?
Well, you know, when I think, well, how good they were
Yeah.
that they didn't have that much refuse to throw away. We
Yeah.
could learn from that.
Yeah.
Where they really recycled.
Right.
Both of us save our little pieces of soap at the end.
Yeah. And the big debate is how you do it.
Do with your little piece of
He
soap.
puts it on top of the new one, and I'm like, oh, that's
a
a
good
like
idea.
lumpy. You know?
Thank you, thank you.
I save the little ones, and that's where you like wash your hands on the sink, rather
Okay.
than the bath.
Right,
So when it gets too small for the bath, it goes to the
It's your hands,
sink.
it's for your hands.
Yeah, it's for your
Very
hands.
good idea.